Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Thursday, August 21st, 2025. Today I'm going to recap the MLB, WNBA, soccer, Little League World Series. Look ahead to everything today. NFL preseason, golf, NFL center rankings, news and notes, my best bet of the day. We'll start with baseball. We'll go over the results from yesterday and look ahead to today's games. There are a couple matinee games which we'll get to. Yesterday, Pirates over the Jays 2-1, Phils over the Mariners 11-2, Tigers over the Astros 7-2, D-backs over the Guardians 3-10 on a walk-off single by Adrian Del Castillo. Marlins over the Cardinals 6-2. Nats over the Mets 5-4. Braves over the White Sox 1-0. A's over the Twins 4-2. Yanks over the Rays 6-4-10. Rangers over the Royals 6-3. Cubs over the Brewers 3-4. Rockies over the Dodgers 8-3. Angels over the Reds 2-1. And the Padres over the Giants 8-1. One final so far. A's over the Twins 8-3. Going on right now. Top of the sixth. Rangers over the Royals over the Rangers 5-4. Bottom of the sixth, Brewers over the Cubs 2-1. Middle third, Dodgers over the Rockies 5-1. All right, 4:00 today. We have the Mets at the Nationals. Sean Manaea and Mackenzie Gore. Just pulling up the odds really quickly. Mets minus 130, Nats plus 110, over under 8, minus 10 Detroit. Mets minus 1.5 plus 134, Nats plus 1.5 minus 262. I'm going to go with the under. Next up is Giants Padres. Justin Verlander and Dylan Cease. Padres minus 190, Giants plus 160, over under 7.5, overs minus 120, unders minus 102. Giants plus 1.5 is minus 137, Padres minus 1.5 plus 114. I'm going to lay the run line with the Padres. 7:15 on Fox, Red Sox, Yankees from the stadium, Lucas Giolito and Luis Gil. Yanks minus 144, Red Sox plus 132, over under 8.5, overs minus 8, unders minus 112. Boston plus 1.5 is minus 170. Yanks minus 1.5 plus 140. I'm going to go with the over. The other Fox game tonight is Astros-Orioles. Jason Alexander and Brandon Young. O's minus 116. Astros minus 102. Over under 8.5. Overs minus 120. Unders minus 102. Astros minus 1.5 plus 168. Orioles plus 1.5 minus 205. I'm going to go with the all over 9.5 plus 130. Last but not least, 7:30 Cardinals, Rays, Sonny Gray, Joe Boyle. Cards minus 118, Rays even money, over under 8.5, overs minus 5, unders minus 115. Cards minus 1.5 plus 140, Rays plus 1.5 minus 170, over minus 105. All right, now move on to the WNBA. We'll go over the results from yesterday and look ahead to today's games. Sparks over the Wings 81-80. That was yesterday. And now today we have 4 games. 7 o'clock on Prime Video. The Sky and the Liberty from Barclays. Liberty are giving 15. Totals 162.5. I like the over. 7 o'clock, Mystics Sun. Also, at 7. Mystics are giving 2, totals 158.5. I'm going to lay the 2 with the Mystics. The Sun are not good. 7:30, Lynx Dream. The Lynx are giving 2.5, totals 161.5. That a rat? I don't know. I'm going to go with the over. I don't feel good about it. And then 10 o'clock on Prime Video, Mercury Aces. The Aces are giving 1, totals 170.5. I'm going to lay the 1 with the Aces at home. Okay, now move on to soccer. We'll go over the results from yesterday and today, and look ahead to tomorrow. La Liga. That goes off at 3:30, so we won't do that. UEFA Champions League qualifying. Playoff round. We have some finals. Midtjylland over KUPS Coipo 4-0. Malmo over Sigma Alamo 3-0. SK Brand over AEK Laranta 2-1. Panathinaikos over Samsonspor 2-1. KF Shkandija over Ludogorets 2-1. FC Utrecht over Zerjinski 2-0. Going on right now. Maccabi Tel Aviv over Dynamo Kyiv 3-1. Young Boys over Slovan Bratislava 1-0. Genk over Lenk Ponzan 5-1. FCSB over Aberdeen 2-0. Rijeka over Paok 1-0. Red Imps is down to Braga 2-0. That's Europa League qualifying. We have a Women's League game tonight at 10:30. Angel City, Orlando. So, I'm going to pull that up. Really quickly. Orlando -5, Angel City +260, draw +250. I'm going to go with the draw +250. It's just more valuable. And then we have the cup games from yesterday. The MLS Liga MX that I want to discuss. Inter Miami over Tigres 2-1. Orlando City Tulco 0-0 draw. Orlando advances 6-5 on penalties. Seattle Pueblo 0-0 draw. Seattle advances 4-3 on penalties. Galaxy over Pachuca 2-1. Champions League qualifying. Bodo Glimt over SK Strumgaz 5-0. Celtic Carried Almaty 0-0 draw. FC Basel FC Konabam 1-1 draw. Fenerbahce Benfica 1-1 draw or 0-0 draw. Libertadores Estudiantes 0 0 draw. Estudiantes de La Plata advances 1-0 on penalties. Flamengo over Internacional 2-0, and they advance 3-0 on aggregate. CONCACAF Women's Championship Cup, Gotham over Monterrey 2-1, and Alajuelense America 0-0 draw. All right, we're going to do more soccer on tomorrow's show. Now we will do Little League World Series. We'll go over some results and look ahead to today's matches. Double elimination. Chinese Taipei over Venezuela 7-3. Double elimination. Connecticut over Nevada 7-3. Elimination game. Aruba over Japan 3-0. And elimination game. South Carolina over South Dakota 7-6 and 7. All right, right now top of the third. Elimination game. Aruba over Venezuela. I know. I have Venezuela in my head to win. And then 7 o'clock ESPN elimination game. Nevada, South Carolina. I'm going to say South Carolina stays alive. Okay, now move on to the NFL preseason. We do have games tonight, or a game. We have 2. 7 o'clock, you have Steelers-Panthers on NFL Network. That's a interesting one. Bryce Young against... I don't think we'll see Rodgers. It'll probably be Mason Rudolph. So we'll see Dalton and Young. The Steelers are 5.5-point favorites. So it's 4.5. That's way too high. I'm going to take Carolina getting the points. I think they're going to win that game. 2 plus 210. And at 8 o'clock on Prime Video is Patriots Giants. The Giants are giving a whopping 6.5. So it's 5.5. I'm going to take the Patriots getting 6.5. That's too high. I think that's based off of the Giants' quarterback depth. I don't think Russell Wilson's going to see much time. I think you'll see a lot of Jackson Dart. I don't think we're going to see much of Drake May either. But 6.5 is way too high. So give me New England plus 6.5. The Giants will probably win, but 6.5 is indeed too high. All right, now move on to golf. We'll look at the current leaderboard for Tour Championship. In first right now is 7 under is Justin Thomas, tied for second with 6 under. Colin Morikawa and Robert McIntyre tied for fourth with 5 under. Patrick Cantlay, Ryan Henley, 6 with 4 under. Ashkay Bahita tied for 7th with 3 under. Jacob Bridgman, Lovie Gayberg, Tommy Fleetwood, Scotty Scheffler, Nick Taylor, Rory McIlroy tied for 13th with 2 under. Sungjae Im, Victor Hovland, Sam Burns, Brian Harman, Keegan Bradley, Cam Young, Ben Griffin, JJ Spawn, 21st alone at 1 under. Hideki Matsuyama tied for 22nd at even. Chris Goddard, Harry Hall, Shane Lowry, Corey Connors, Andrew Novak, Harry English. 28th with 1 over. Seb Straka tied for 29th with 3 overs. Justin Rose and Mav McNeely. Okay, now we'll do my NFL center rankings. This is going to be a quick podcast today. I like it. 32-1 because there's 32 starting centers in the league. 32, Jake Andrews, Texans. 31, Lloyd Cushenberry, the third, Titans. 30, Garrett Bradbury, Patriots. 29, Oluwatimi, Seahawks. 28, Bradley Bozeman, Chargers. 27, John Michael Schmitz Jr., Giants. 26, Ted Karras, Bengals. 25, Graham Glasgow, Lions. 24, Ryan Newsel, Falcons. 23, Austin Corbett, Panthers. 22, Connor McGovern, Bills. 21, Cooper Beebe, Cowboys. 20, Jake Brendel, 49ers. 19, Graham Barton, Buccaneers. 18, Cam Jurgens, Eagles. 17, Coleman Shelton, Rams. 16, Tanner Bortolini, Colts. 15, Ethan Pochik, Browns. 14, Ryan Kelly, Vikings. 13, Luke Wattenberg, Broncos. 12, Tyler Biadasz, Commanders. 11, Elgton Jenkins, Packers. 10, Jordan Meredith, Raiders. 9, Hijalti Froholt, Cardinals. 8, Aaron Brewer, Dolphins. 7, Robert Hainsey, Jaguars. 6, Joe Tippmann, Jets. 5, Zach Frazier, Steelers. 4, Drew Dahlman, Bears. 3, Tyler Linderbaum, Ravens. 2, Eric McCoy, Saints. And number 1, Creed Humphrey, Kansas City Chiefs. Creed Humphrey, to me, is hands down the best center in the NFL. And then the next 2 are really good. And then you could argue 4 through maybe 7 or 8 in any of those spots. I'm really... center's a kind of a deep position, but it's not top-heavy like tackle. But I do think there's a drop-off in centers. Same with guards a little bit, but all right, someone that I think can move up. I think that Cam Jurgens can be higher. Ryan Kelly's been around a long time. I think some of these young guys, even at the bottom, could move up potentially. But a lot of the young guys are at the top. That's because centers kind of don't. Sometimes they age well. Like Ryan Kelly's aging well. He's been in the league almost 10 years. So, yeah. Alrighty. Now I'll move on to the news and notes for today. U.S. women's national team to face New Zealand on October 29th in Kansas City. The race promote number 1 prospect, shortstop Carson Williams. Maybe that'll give them a jolt. And the Red Sox will call up their number 3 prospect, Johnston Garcia, ahead of that Yankee series. Travis Hunter is going to be out on Saturday with the preseason finale against the Dolphins due to an upper body injury. Patriots wide receiver Jalen Polk out for the year, undergoing surgery for shoulder. Oh, not great. That looks like a bust draft pick. Eagles wide receiver Johnny Wilson out for the year. Knee and ankle surgery. He was like a backup. Shader Sanders likely to play against the Chargers, so that is good news. Or it might be the Rams. It says likely to play against LA. I don't know what LA team it is. I think it's the Rams. Bucks to activate Chris Godwin, but still likely out until October. Lamar fine after practice exit. So Vikings wide receivers okay after injuries. Jordan Addison, Ty Felton fine after exiting practice with arm issues. The Blackhawks extend Frank Nazar 7 year, 6.6 average. So that would be like 45 million, 7 for 45. Arkansas's field storm timer as Razorbacks implementing 3-minute period after home wins to delay fans from rushing field with players and coaches. Saquon says, I'm the best running back as he's not sure on confidence entering the season, and he's right. Chiefs, Browns, and Saints eyeing trades for running backs. Terry McLaurin's not on the trade block. The 49ers acquire Sky Moore from the Chiefs for a 2027 pick swap. Brian Schottenheimer says Micah to play week 1 as he feels good that he will suit up against the Eagles despite trade requests. So the Saints acquired Devon Bailey from the Broncos for a 2026 4th round and a 2027 7th round. A lot of trades are happening right now because the guys are making teams and whatnot. Demarcus Robinson suspended first 3 games of the year for violating NFL substance abuse policy. Harrison Phillips heading to the Jets for 2 6th-round picks. The NBA 2K26 rankings came out as Nikola Jokic is your top spot right now, and deservingly so. The Dallas Wings and the Chicago Sky are eliminated out of the playoffs after the Sparks get the big win. Caitlin Clark has an ankle injury as she suffered a very mild bone bruise. Return timeline TBD. Sophie Cunningham fined 3rd time as she's punished once again for criticism of officials. The Diamondbacks removed 3rd base coach Sean Larkin. He'll remain on the staff and continue to work with infielders. Jason Tatum's out of the boot, so that's good. Mizzou won't name their starting quarterback in their season opener. Bayu, Prabula, and Sam Horn to see time. Shohei Ohtani avoids a major injury as he says getting hit by line drive was almost worst case scenario. Kyle Tucker has a hand fracture. He was diagnosed in June and chose against Elston. Wow, that makes a lot of sense. He hid that from the Cubs. For sure. Felix Bautista out for the year as he is expected to miss the next 12 months after torn rotator cuff and labrum surgery. And the Jets had a player-led practice as they held secret Sunday session without coaches and media except for Aaron Glenn. All right, so there you have it for the news and notes. And last but not least, my best bet of the day brought to you by ESPN Bet. So somebody different is going to sponsor Best Bet today. There's a couple numbers that jumped out to me. So the one I am going to pick is the There was a baseball one that jumped out, but I don't know if I'm going to go there. Actually, I'm going to do NFL preseason instead because I think the one that I wanted was gone. I'm going to take the Panthers plus the 5.5 against the Steelers. So there you go. There you have it. Panthers plus 5.5 against the Steelers is best bet. There, Evan Show. We'll be back tomorrow recapping everything. Look ahead to everything coming up for the weekend. We have college football week 0 to get to as well. Hope you guys have a great day, everyone.